So let's raise our glass to the greatest night in fashion, the Super Bowl of fashion, and the greatest theme in time. Met Gala 2025. Super fine. What is it, Z? Taylor, baby. Clink, clink.
Oh, fashion savages. No, you cannot handle this. Fashion savages.
So tonight, guys, is such a special night for me. Opening this show, I literally have jitters, I have anxiety, I have butterflies, I have all the things. I am so elated to come to you tonight and give you the first Black Met Gala. I literally can feel my ancestors. I am on this couch tonight because I felt that there was not enough Black voices in fashion. There was not enough Black voices telling us what is in, what is not, education, and really understanding style, beauty, and glamour. When all the time our culture has been the blueprint and trailed ablaze for style internationally. Last night we witnessed super fine tailoring Black style 2025 at the Met Gala. Anna Wintour did her huge one for Andre Leon Talley, who got on a plane in the 70s and went over to Paris for the first time and was able to go to Paris and mix in and mingle with the who's who of the fashion industry as the only Black person in Paris with a voice, with a vision. And that is why I stand here today. So tonight, guys, I cannot express what I'm feeling sitting in front of the camera on this chair, ready to give you the greatest night in fashion. The first Monday of May, my birthday month, May 11th. It is tourist season, and we got not only our season, we got our flowers, we got our moment last night at the 2025 Met Gala. Super fun, tailoring Black culture. Guys, we must talk about it. I am on this chair because I felt that there was not enough Black voices in the industry that had influence and can critique beauty and fashion in the way that we see fit. And Andre Leon Talley left us with a legacy. He got on a plane, he went to Europe, and he was the only Black amongst a whole Caucasian a European industry, and he made a way. And last night we paid homage to him and our ancestors. Our ancestors. We are rooted in style, darling. We are rooted in sophistication. We are the blueprint for what industries across the world from the beginning of time have mocked, have copied, and has made a way and have capitalized off of our originality, our authentic selves, and our deep rooted moment of knowing that when you walk in a room, you have to stand for something. And what is dandyism? Dandyism to me is a person that walks in a room and she owns it, he owns it, he knows or she knows that she is intentionally coming to be known, to be seen, and always leave an impression on the crowds and whoever you're leaving, because we all know that with clothes, we can speak volumes, we can tell our story, we can tell where we come from, we can tell our roots, and we don't have to say a word. There is so much history, there is so much admiration, there is so much love in our style and our fashions. And last night we saw it tailored, beautiful, in a way that told a story. It told a Black cultural story, and our story comes from sophistication. It comes from history, it comes from survival, it comes from fitting in, and it comes from being the originators. And let's get started. I have an amazing guest tonight. I have brought my Bessie and a testy darling, the songbird Savali, my fashion guru, partner in crime. Many, many moons ago, we always imagined, we worked hard, we went to school for, we educated to have this moment to talk about Blacks owning the room. So I couldn't do it with anyone else but my very best friend, Zavali Couture. So we're going to open up Met Gala night with Tayana Taylor and Marc Jacob, Lala Anthony in Off-White, and Jenna Ortega in Balmain. So let's start out Met Gala fashion, darling, with the ruler, Teyana Taylor.
Oh, we starting out with a bang.
A bang, darling. You know we gotta start with a bang and leave with a bang.
When I saw Teyana Taylor, I felt like she owned it.
Yes.
You know, she is one who the clothes do not wear her.
Yes,
okay?
she wears the
clothes.
Yeah, she wears the clothes. And I love the story behind what she felt. She said that she felt like her look embodied being a man and being masculine, the whole tailoring thing. She wanted to step into her masculinity,
and
for her to embody Harlem, where she's from, New York, to embody the 1920 and 1930s Harlem era of gangsters and mobsters. I just thought it was so sexy. It was so out there. It just was glamorous at its best. That cape, that Marc Jacobs shoe just took it right where it needed to go.
I'm sold.
Absolutely. And then Lala
was a breath of fresh air. I'm not going to lie, because when I first saw Lala, I thought initially that she had a dress on.
Yes.
I thought it was this beautiful gown, all of this ruching at the top, but then at a different angle, I saw it was a pantsuit.
Yes.
So come on, Lala.
When Lala opened that bag, honey, and showed that was a pantsuit with that beautiful ruching of a chiffon dream, darling, it just took me to a couture moment. That is tailoring, that is masculinity mixed with couture and high fashion. Finest. Lala really showed up and she was tailored. It was beautiful.
It was.
And we're not even. We have to raise our glass. It's already early and we're raising glasses. So you know what kind of night we're about to have. Get ready for the ride. Because Jenna Ortega, in this ball gown, made out of metal rulers. Baby, because the dress was a ruler.
I'm hot already.
Okay.
She did that.
Because the dress whipped you into shape, got you together just like your grandmother, just like your black grandmother got that ruler and told you to get in line. She got in line with this lever, darling. The dress is a dream. It is structured. It is futuristic. It is made out of something that is not conventional. I just love everything about
every detail about it.
So next we have Jenny and Chanel and the Balls, Miss Ross, Diana Ross, in 1116.
Okay, so baby, they do not call her Miss Ross, the Balls, for nothing.
For nothing.
She's what, 80?
80.
Okay,
actually 82 to be exact.
82.
Yeah.
So she's just going to give us her all until she goes out of here.
Okay, so let's talk about how we could not even have a Met Gala night of celebrating super fine, tailoring black style and black culture without Diana Ross. Diana Ross is the blueprint of black women in couture spaces. Diana Ross is the first one to open up venues and to show you what a black woman is in glamour, darling. And for her to show up last night in that over the top 18 feet of a train with that beautiful hat, and this sealed the deal. The inside of the train was embroidered with her entire family tree, from her children all the way down to her grandchildren, and it was out of this world. She is a legacy. She is fashion. She is style. She is the reason why black women hold spaces in the beauty industry today, and we love you, mother.
And get your pen and pad out, baby. Classes in session.
Classes in session, darling. And then no shade, no tea. We had Jeannie and Chanel. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you, fashion savages. I don't really know who she is.
I don't either. But she looks amazing.
I don't remember ever talking about her on any of my
But baby, if she keeps showing up like that, we will know who she is.
That Chanel number did it. We will know who she is. Because let me tell you something. To pull off that Chanel number was so iconic, because even though Coco Chanel is not of the black culture, Coco Chanel was a trailblazer. She is the person that put the woman in the first pant, okay? And for her to create the first pant for the woman, and this was tailored style, it was pure genius. And actually, I really wanted to see one of our black celebrities give homage to Chanel in this way, but she gave it and I loved it, and it was everything that we needed. So this next trio that we're about to give you in style, darling, knocked the socks off. But guess what? One of them in this trio She could have kept the sock. I think the sock had a hole in it. I think that my grandmother came and collected the socks and threw them away because they had a hole in it when I was a child. Because this one is Keke Palmer in Their Way, Taraji P. Henson and Monty Mason, and Priyanka, darling, in Another Balmain.
Keke was so disappointing for me because she has consistently slayed. You know, she has hit the mark every time, except for last night. I don't know what happened. The ball fell short.
Keke was the sock that I said my grandmother came around and collected. I used to throw away because I used to get beatings if I had raggedy or holes in my clothes because that's the culture we come from in black.
Yeah.
In the black world, I could have holes in my clothes as a child. I got in trouble. I got beat for that. Okay, darling? That's why I love Great Things Today. That's why I love Fabulosity. And Keke could have kept the sock. She could have threw it away. The dress was horrendous.
Horrible.
I don't know what Vera Wang did with that look. I did not like the braids in the front of her hair. I didn't like the shape of the top. It just was really not flattering. It just was overworked. It just was not a look for me. Next we have Taraji P. Henson, darling.
She made up for it.
She made up for it.
Come
on, baby. Come on. Let's give them because it gave tea.
It ate.
It gave tea.
It ate, baby.
It ate.
She looked so good. I mean, from head to toe.
Head to toe. To pull off that off-white. And I love the fact that she did the play on the tuxedo with just a man's shirt.
Absolutely.
As a woman, we love to wear our husbands, our boyfriends, our lovers, buttoned up crisp shirt. It's a Carrie Bradshaw moment that was created many years ago, and we have ran with it. And for her to do a tailored look,
and she definitely has the body for it. She looks amazing.
Everything. Taraji did it. People talking about the grill, tens across the board. And Priyanka. So what's so crazy is I kept saying all night that I hope that I see somebody in a polka dot number.
Oh, well, she came and gave you what you wanted.
Because when we talk about tailored, when we talk about high fashion, darling, when we talk about moments where women were something of elegance and grace, I think of
polka dot moment.
And she slayed this
like no
polka dot moment like no
other.
other. Let's talk about how Balmain has given us moments at the Met Gala that just will stand out from here to for a lifetime. That emerald diamond that was on her neck with that beautiful black and white polka dot. I mean, it was a classic tailored dream.
Absolutely.
I lived.
And died.
Next we have Gigi Hadid, darling. Our runway diva and Miyu Miyu. And then we have Miss Slayer. Anne Hathaway, darling. And Carolina Herrera. And then we have Mona Patel and Tom Brown.
All three of these ladies deserve their accolades, honey, because they slayed the carpet down.
Beyond. Let's talk about how Gigi Hadid gave homage to the late and great Josephine Baker, darling. That moment was just so and rich and showed our culture. And to literally see other races pay homage to our culture took me last night. Y'all, I had tears. I cried myself to sleep. I talked to my husband about it. You know he don't really want to talk about this fashion all night, but he just wanted to take in the fact that we are really getting our flowers in this moment.
Bet on black, baby.
Bet on
last
black,
night
darling.
was something spiritual.
Anne Hathaway and Carolina Herrera last night was out of this world. Now let's talk about the fashion predictions that I always give you. That's why I'm the fashion forecaster. I told you back in my episode about Paris Fashion Week that Carolina Herrera's new line was such an amazing, immaculate new line. Do you remember the moment?
I do.
And Anna Hathaway came last night and slayed, darling. It was an effortless slay. Come on. We got to give numbers. We got to give tea. Because the skirt was a beautiful crystal skirt with a very effortless button down, and it just gave a very chic, it just gave a very woman and wealth, it just gave a very I know fashion, and I'm showing up, and I'm going to be comfortable and I'm going to be glamorous at the same time, and I live for every moment. But Mona Patel, darling, and this Tom Brown.
Ooh.
Can we talk about how Balmain and Tom Brown? Yeah. Balmain and Tom Brown decided to take over Met Gala.
They decided to rule last night.
Baby,
they were the rulers.
Baby, the design room was working, okay?
Overtime.
The team was working around the clock. Give them their bonuses, darling. Because the moments that Tom Brown and Balmain gave us last night, I'm going to let you start.
Epic. I mean, almost everyone on my best dress list was in Tom Brown. Seriously.
The tailoring of this suit.
Immaculate.
The level of what was it? Was it a beading? What was the middle piece? That cummerbund was made out of something immaculate, like black rocks or crystals. I mean, it was a butler in a wealthy house that is just the ruler of the neighborhood.
Absolutely.
I loved every single moment of this look.
Absolutely.
I mean, it kept me up last night. It is a sweet dream. It's a beautiful nightmare. It is everything I want. So we all know that when you put fashion girls in a room, they're going to connect. They're going to love it. They're going to slay together. For instance, slay together. Stay together.
All the time, baby.
And it's nothing like 3 black women in a room that know how to slay. Because this next round, darling, of Holly Berry and Laquan Smith, Cardi B and Ball Berry, and Kerry Washington and Jonathan Smokai.
And so, friend, this is where we agree to disagree. I did not care for Holly Berry's look last night.
Oh my gosh. I feel like somebody just got a machete and just murdered me.
I did not.
Bestie. No. How in the world? Let me tell you something. Holly Berry is another one like Diana Ross. She is a part of what the theme was last night of the culture.
Absolutely.
She is our black culture. She literally is that black Hollywood culture that has been doing 25 years of red carpets and has been iconic. And last night was nothing short of it. I understand. What did you not like about it? Because the fact that she was in a black designer, she was under Laquan Smith to be her agent, to still be that sexy in that gown.
Beyond sexy. Body
and that snatched. Short bolero blazer and that body beat in the dress. It just took me over. Holly is forever the Leo queen, darling. She's the queen.
You sell it, aren't you? But you ain't selling it to me, baby, because I did not like it. Next.
Holly, I live, darling. Laquan, you did your big one. I loved it. I thought it was different. It was unique. It was something that I felt that the Met Gala needed because I knew everybody was going to wear suits. And I liked that they went into a way of giving us still a glamour gown moment, but still making it tailored in suit. But on to the next, we're going to go to Cardi B, darling, and Bulberry. Now, if you don't like Cardi B, darling, we're
no, baby. We got to bring it back. Because Cardi B, first of all, Colin, he makes no mistakes.
Okay.
When I tell you, this is the envelope right here.
Yes.
Cardi, she gonna push it. Every time.
Oh, okay.
Every time she gonna push it.
Okay. So listen. I feel like Cardi B, even though she's newer, Cardi B is another one of the black culture that I feel is a part of the movement last night. I am so... No, because everybody, God has his way with people and how he has to do their journey and how you get to where you're going. But for her to go from a stripper pole to loving hip hop to a rapper, but baby, she was only born to show up on a red carpet and slide.
Head down every time.
That's what she was born for.
Time
Cardi will show up and show out every time. She is a designer's dream, a stylish dream. She is a glam squad's great dream. She looked like Mother Earth. She came from the roots, darling.
Absolutely.
She came to tell us what our black history was. She came to tell us what the family tree was, darling.
Perfection.
It was perfection, from the hair. Tokyo Styles on that beautiful textured hair and showing us what lace is and a new texture and the makeup and the suiting. It just was giving me everything that I wanted. It's giving black culture, black mother. It's giving from the roots, darling. It's giving plant the seeds and let it happen.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And next up, we have Kerry Washington. So what did you think about her look, Jay?
Can we talk about the beginning? I gave you my definition of Danny yesterday. And Kerry Washington was that last
Yes.
night. She showed up in the way that she felt she needed to be represented.
Absolutely.
It was so light. It was like Wealth at the Derby.
Yes.
It was like watch the horses ride and win millions.
A breath of fresh air.
It was a breath of fresh air. The cutout of the back. It gave us a homage moment to like Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yes.
But done in white and sheer. It was so classic. The hat was amazing. The hair was amazing. And normally, you know, Carrie is one that gets the fashion right, but she never gets the hair
Absolutely.
right. And the hair was right.
Everything
the
was
look
perfect.
Was tense. Thank you. Zavali, get your drink in the air.
Gosh, it's gonna be a travesty.
This is past the travesty. Get your drink in the air. Because this next round, it's Mary J. Blige, Stella McCartney, Lizzo, and Christian Siriano, and Venus Williams and Lacoste.
Mary J. Blige. Okay, so we've already seen her going around the town. She's on tour, obviously. Mary's tired.
Yes.
Mary should not have came last night.
Yes.
Mary looked a mess on the red carpet.
Yes.
I need Mary to not ever show up like that again.
Let me tell you something. I already told y'all what I felt about Mary. I felt that Mary, it was time for her to get a new glam team, but I feel like Mary is the auntie that nobody likes.
I think so too.
I think that Mary is falling out with everybody.
Yeah.
I think that Mary needs to get her spirit in line. I think that Mary needs to stop fighting the glam team in the back row because the look was horrific. And what's so bad is I wanted to sit before you and tell you that she's another one of the culture that we celebrate. Because Mary in the 90s was the Beyonce of the 90s.
The ruler.
We looked to Mary for style. Mary was that girl. She was the it girl. She busted in with a whole new style, a street style, and I thought she was going to come to the Met Gala and own her moment. But this is a moment of somebody not realizing when they're in the room.
Absolutely.
And I'm sad for Mary in that moment.
It's unforgivable, honestly.
I'm sad for Mary in that moment. And I'm even sadder that we're going to even bring Lizzo after her. Because Lizzo absolutely slaughtered, ate, baby.
This is Lizzo.
Lizzo.
This is Melissa. Okay, we gotta call her by her government.
Melissa.
This is Melissa.
Melissa had a 5-course meal on that red carpet last night, darling. She had the appetizer, she had the entree, and the dessert, and plenty of cocktails with this look.
And left not one crumb.
This Christian Siriano was out of this world. Give Lizzo her tens.
I mean, from head to toe, the makeup, the hair, the accessories, that body.
Can we talk about how the entire dress was made out of a corset stitching? There was over 240 something seams in this dress that created the structure and the tailoring of this dress. Christian Siriano did his big one. And can we talk about the color blocking of the dress? Can we talk about the little button pillows that remind us of old world curtains to create the train?
Shut it down.
Can we talk about the short blazer that just took the shoulders and took the level of confidence of this dress to heights?
Every time you look, there was more. There was more. There was more. Give me more, Lizzo. We love you.
Baby, I laid down last night in fashion heaven thinking about Lizzo.
Absolutely.
Thank you, darling. You knew it was tourist season and you sure showed up.
She did.
10s, another 10s. We got to give her 20s. We got to give her 20s. Thank you. And Venus Williams and that Lacoste. See, I'm going to let you talk about it because I don't even know if I have anything to say.
I don't even know if I want to get into this. Venus, just why? I don't understand. I'm so confused. I'm so lost. The hair is a hell no. The outfit is just horrendous. The color, I mean, there's not one thing good that I can say about it.
All I can say, bestie, you said it right. A hell no. HELLNO. And on to the next. So next, thank God, after that catastrophe of the past,
we're going to be revived.
It can revive me.
Okay.
And next will be Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade in Prada, darling.
So wasn't it you a few episodes ago that said that Gabrielle Union was a silent fashion killer?
I've been telling y'all.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Because last night she showed up and she showed out.
Mhm.
That look was so tailored. It was so beautiful. Her, Tracy Ellis Ross, and Marc Jacobs, Dolce and Louis Vuitton. I mean, all of these looks just blew me out the ballpark. Absolutely blew me out the ballpark. Let's talk about how Gabrielle Union looked like a beautiful Chanel box.
She looked beautiful.
And we all know how we feel when Chanel arrives. And we open up that black and white box. We just get giddy and we just know that we've arrived. We know that we're in wealth. We know that we're in luxury. That's what she gave me last night. And then let's talk about Tracy Ellis Ross and Marc Jacobs. Done so right.
Well, you know the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, baby. I mean, Miss Ross the boss came, turned the runway out, so it's only right that her daughter came and did the same.
Let's talk about the different color shades of the look.
Beautiful.
The different colors of hues of this look. The structure of this look. It was a futuristic tail on Taylor. It was beautifully hued in pinks and cranberries and blush, and it was literally a color palette to die for.
I didn't expect anything less, honestly.
I mean, that is a fashion forward, innovative queen right there.
And can we talk about Dolce? Now, I don't know if it's me. And maybe my expectations are too high. Okay. Let's say that. Because I'm not going to say that I did not like Dolce's look.
Okay.
But I can't really put my finger on something for me fell short. And I really don't know what it was.
Okay. So you know what it was?
What was it?
I think that people may not have been ready for the level of masculinity she was
Okay.
I think that she gave us very much what Teyana Taylor came to give us. She wanted to take on the black culture gangster. Okay. And I loved every moment of it. This Louis Vuitton look was astounding. It was menswear. It was unisex. The afro. It gave our culture the power. I mean, it just was a Louis Vuitton in your face. Something that should have been on a man. Honestly, she was the best dressed man of the night. I would have loved Pharrell in something like that.
Absolutely.
Like, it was so good. It was so good. It's so good that, like, I'm wetting my palate. It's juicy. It's just good. It's the blazer, the logoing, the difference of the logo, the cranberry shoes, the shiny shoes, the socks. I mean, Dolce.
It's provocative. It gets the people going.
Dolce, y'all, is a fashion slayer, and she's
one
here
to watch out
to
for.
make her mark. I loved every moment of it. Tens. Tens. Thank you. And our next trio would be Miley Cyrus and Aliyah, darling. Zendaya and Louis Vuitton, and Demi Moore and Tom Brown.
These are all, what is it, 3 steps up, 3 steps down? Because every single last one of these girls bought it. I love how Miley Cyrus brought that modernism to it with the leather. It was snatched. It was a moment. But you know Miley. Miley is known to show up for a carpet.
Absolutely.
She does a carpet well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's let that be clear.
At Fashion Savage, she's always on the best dressed list.
Period.
And so can we just talk about how I have to give it tea? Because the body is tea.
The body
Okay, so let's talk about this amazing structure tailored leather python blazer that just is out of this world. It's Aliyah at its finest. And the blowout skirt. The blowout skirt. I mean,
Miley is a girl who knows what she's doing.
She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. Zendaya and Louis Vuitton. Zendaya absolutely knocked me away into another galaxy, another universe. First of all, let's talk about, because we cannot talk about Zendaya without talking about Luxury Law, her stylist.
Absolutely.
Luxury Law was a co-chair on the Met Gala, and this is why. This is why. For Luxury Law to understand the level of cultured movement behind the movie Mahogany by Diana Ross and Billy D. Williams, darling. Diana Ross showed us at that time that black women could go to Europe and we could become high fashion models. And for Zendaya to channel it literally gave me goosebumps of the night. This all white Louis Vuitton moment stapled the Met Gala for me. It is why Diana showed up and let us know that she is the queen. Mm-hmm. And it is why she needed to be paid homage. This suit was the highest top tier level of tailoring. The hat, the suit, everything was absolute perfection. And I'm just going to leave it here and let Z take over. Luxury law is called luxury, then law. Because it is the law of style. Hands down.
For me, I do not understand personally how Zendaya stays so thin, because she eats every time that she steps onto a carpet.
Oh, okay.
She eats.
Because she was born to wear clothes.
Oh, okay. And then
the body
did you
knows
see
it.
the meetup of her and Diana Ross on the carpet? You think that was planned?
It had to be.
I don't care if it was.
If it was.
It was perfection, okay, baby? For her to pay homage to Diana and for them to have their moment together on the carpet.
Yes.
Take me in.
Next level. It was the greatest reference. It was the moment that I needed of the night. Zendaya will forever go down in the books as one of the greatest style icons of all time. Chef's kiss. We give her her thousands, darling. We give her her thousands. Demi
Miss Demi Moore.
Miss Demi
Moore, give me more.
Miss Demi Moore, give me more. Let's talk about the fact that I had already told you in Fashion Savages that Demi Moore was having her moment. Mm-hmm. The glam team is on point. They're winning every fucking red carpet. Sorry, excuse my French, but don't excuse it. And the reality is Demi Moore decided to show up in a customed Tom Brown that was made and inspired by a man's tie.
Oh, epic. And I kept telling Jay last night, because obviously we're conversing back and forth in text, and I kept saying, I'm so intrigued by Demi. I need to see more. I need to see a still shot. I need to really get into it. Once I got into it, baby.
Get into the fact that the dress had the structure that it had the tailoring that it had the beautiful sequin that it had. It just glistened like a beautiful night on the ocean. And when I first saw it, I thought it was Armani.
Absolutely.
And the fact that it was not Armani, and then the beautiful headpiece. I mean, to be inspired by a black man's tie and to turn it into something this great. Magical. I mean, this is what fashion is made what it's about. For. Absolutely. This is what it's all about.
Monumental.
Cheers to that.
Clink.
So next we have the co-chair of the night, A$AP Rocky, Rihanna's baby daddy.
Hey, for the third time now.
Yes, and Awakwa, and Bad Bunny and Prada, and Pharrell Williams and Louis Vuitton. Let's call this the men's Met Gala style, darling.
So, again, playing devil's advocate, I don't know if it's just me, but I expected more from the co-chairs. A$AP, I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong, he's handsome regardless. Yes. But I expected so much more. Even from Pharrell, I expected so much more.
So I'm so glad that you said what you said, Z, because the reality is A$AP Rocky did it for me. I feel like if we was to see A$AP Rocky in person, I think the details would connect.
Absolutely.
But I think because it was in all black, it's why we didn't get the punch. But I could tell that the idea
was there. It was there. Yeah.
But when it comes down to just what he embodies for black men and style, I can't leave it unnoticed.
Yeah.
It's chic. It's sexy.
Very chic.
It's street style brought into couture wear. It is just really a moment that just reminds, I think, the youth of, if you want to be street, be this street.
Put some clothes on.
It's so good.
And he looked like he smelled good.
It's so good. And Bad Bunny, I just felt like dropped the whole ball.
Next.
Hated it. And Pharrell Williams, Now, let's be very clear. I felt that for Pharrell to now have taken over Louis Vuitton to be a co-host, I was expecting so much more. Pharrell has been so unique throughout the years. Pharrell has really pushed barriers and boundaries in fashion, and I was expecting for him not to be as classic as he was.
Absolutely.
I expected for him to give us a unique take on where fashion was going, because he literally is a designer.
Absolutely.
He literally now is designing in one of the biggest houses in the world, and I expected for him to give us a futuristic take on it, but I could not forgive how terrible his wife looked.
Be on. Like, I'm not even gonna go into her because she doesn't even deserve.
Was she trying to be Catwoman? Was he giving Catwoman throw over a blazer?
I can't.
No.
Next.
All right. So next we have Sabrina Carpenter in Louis Vuitton, Megan Thee Stallion and Michael Kors, darling, and Quinta Brunson.
So another Louis Vuitton slayer. Sabrina Carpenter, to me, I love this girl. She's a pop star. She's fun. She's youthful, but she knows how to put it on. And that's what I love about her. When I say the body is tea, the hair, the makeup, like her style team is on 100, baby. Oh, okay.
It's very few and far where I'm silent, speechless, and lost for words. Sabrina Carpenter in this Louis Vuitton to Louis to body to hair to Taurus season, because she's a Taurus. On to the next, Miss Megan Thee Stallion, darling, giving us Michael Kors realness.
Yeah, she looked beautiful. She looked beautiful. She looked like a dream. I love it. It's sexy. She did that for me.
So let's talk about how Megan Thee Stallion gave us homage to Josephine Baker.
Another Josephine Baker reference.
Let's talk about the level of crystals that this dress was made out of. The dress was made out over 1,000 crystals and sequins to make this dress. The coat was a fox fur that was trimmed in crystals. It was absolutely amazing. The hairstyle was absolutely amazing.
The hair.
It gave us Josephine Baker in New York City at City Hall, really creating a moment for Black culture, and she stayed true to it. And Megan is a stallion, darling.
Absolutely.
She's a stallion.
Yeah, she looked great.
And Quinta Brunson, darling, and a Sergio Hudson.
One of your favorites.
Y'all know how I feel about Sergio here, Fashion Savages, and this fell no short of absolutely top tier amazing. Let me tell you something. Sergio Hudson is new era of a Black designer that was about the reason we came together to last night. We came together last night to talk about excellence in the Black culture, and Sergio is an excellent. This is one of the greatest moments that I feel that Quinta has ever had.
I truly have to stand on that, because Quinta looked amazing. I mean, from head to toe. She executed. She nailed that. She looked so good.
The dress is so next level. The blazer, how it laid on her shoulders, the structure of the dress, the train on the dress, it was tailoring to its finest. The black and white stripe.
The hair couldn't have been better.
It was beyond precise. The hair being short and laid and showing what Black women have been doing with their hair from the beginning of time. It was chef's kiss.
Absolutely.
It was tea. It was tins. It was everything that a fashion girl loves. Oh. Once again, I was on my fashion clouds last night in my sleep. On to the next. So let's raise our glass for this next group, darling. Because I think this next group literally calls up designers, stylists, and glam teams. And they say, you know the moment is here. You better bring me your best. Because I'm showing up, I'm showing out, and I will be remembered.
And you will have your moment.
So I had to sip the Tito's on that one, because this group is Kim Kardashian and Chrome Hearts, Nicki Minaj and Tom Brown, and Janelle Monáe and Tom Brown, darling.
Another Tom Brown duo. So don't fight me, best friend.
Okay.
I didn't like him.
Oh my God. See?
Okay. I didn't like
I
Kim.
think I'm going to have to write up a best friend contract.
Okay.
Okay, because let me tell you why Kim was so immaculate.
Okay. Go ahead and give me the reasons.
First of all, I immediately when I saw it thought it was paying homage to Michael Jackson.
Okay.
I thought it was a Michael Jackson bad thriller moment of culture, pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
But then when she did her interview, and I found out that her actual inspiration was Lenny Kravitz, it made it even greater.
Okay.
The fact that she decided to take on the tailoring of the rock side aspect of the black culture made it tens across the board for me, because she decided not to go with the traditional dandy. She didn't go with the dandy, the old school, the 1930s Renaissance. She didn't go with what the thing was. She decided to elevate us where we have been in spaces that we really created but was taken from us. And the spaces that we created is rock and roll and country and things like that. And it was taken from us. And Kim came and showed that she reminded us, and to be Lenny Kravitz last night made her the style icon that she is. The dress was stunning. The body was tea, darling. The hat was giving Michael Jackson bad. I lived for every moment.
Didn't like it. What I liked is that Kim came and she was not original Kim. She gave us something different.
Yes.
But it gave me Wicked Witch of the West. So
oh,
enough for me.
See, I can't believe it. Nicki Minaj and Tom Brown.
Nicki looked good. I have to give Nicki her 10s. I have to say Nicki 8. Okay. Nicki hasn't been on the scene for a minute. You know, she came, she did a little slay. She looks good.
We're gonna write up the contract on this one because this is what we have for verse and clips, and we are the yin to the game. Because I felt like Nicki is one that tries. The clothes with her, she doesn't wear the clothes.
Okay. I'll give
Tom Brown did such an immaculate job on the details of this look, and Nicki did not convey it for me.
She didn't slay that.
When she opened up the skirt to walk up the steps because she was struggling and had that stripper shoe on, showed me the team is not as well skilled. The hair was not of greatness. Okay. The makeup was of what we see of Nicki. The look was of Tom Brown, and Tom Brown carried the entire look. Nicki did not carry
the look. Okay.
Thank
I got you. I can agree with
that. And let's talk about somebody that carries.
Okay.
Carries.
Okay. So we're going to do this. We're going to get into her.
Okay.
Okay. So this theme.
We're going to raise a glass. Ain't no way we're going to talk about this look and don't raise a glass. Because, baby, let's get into it.
When I tell you dandyism, when Janelle Monáe, ever since this girl has been signed, okay, she has been the definition of dandyism. She has been waiting for this moment right here. I mean, from the beginning of time, Janelle Monáe with her uniformity.
Yes.
She, from head to toe, this look was well thought out.
Yes.
Well executed.
Yes.
Well planned.
Yes.
She looked amazing.
So let's just talk about, this is why we make friend contracts and then we're besties forever. We're soulmates. Because we always really get it.
Yeah.
And let's talk about how she's the definition of dandyism.
She's
like
the definition.
And let's talk about, this is what I wanted to see from Pharrell.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the innovation mixed with the homage to our ancestors, mixed with futuristic moments that just is going to gather the fashion soul.
Absolutely.
She believes in snatching our soul when it comes to style. Tom Brown is notably becoming one of the greatest, if not the greatest, American designer. For Tom Brown to go in the lab and create this look for her, show that America is on the map of fashion. The way that she bust out, the way that she had the cape on that created the entire look, and then she bust out of it and then went into something different. It gave me Harlem Nights. It gave me so many things of the old mixed with the new. It gave me transformation. It gave me that we're stepping out of what we used to be and we're going into what we are now. And to do that, you cannot forget your past. And we're in a place where people are forgetting where we come from.
To get to where we are, baby.
And so that's why they're not getting anywhere far. Remember your heritage and know that you have to take the ancestors to become a greater. And that is what that transformation of that look gave me last night. It was fashion royalty. It was fashion greatness. It was fashion history. It was a brilliant, iconic moment of the night.
I could not agree with you more. She's definitely in my top 3 best.
Absolutely. Floating in the air. So let's talk about how the Kardashians and the Jenners are just a family that really understands archives, fashion, themes. They commit. Okay, I just can't. Anyone can feel what they feel. If the Kardashians and the Jenners never gave us nothing else, they never gave us talent, they never gave us a good storyline, they gave us good fashion. Because baby, Kendall showing up last night in a name that cannot even be pronounced, Tarishi Chu, something of the sort. I just it's Pamela Anderson and Tory Burch and Pusha T and Louis Vuitton. Now this is a trio to break down.
So I don't know if you caught me, but I was like, oh, child, because I was asleep. But Kendall is such a snooze fest. I am very bored. I needed something. Give me a red lip. Give me a snatch pony. Give me a sky high to the ceiling pump. Give me something besides First Lady in the church. I cannot. Pamela Anderson, we're not even going to get into because this no makeup look. Oh God, I'm so tired of it. If somebody don't give her a foundation and concealer stat. She looks dead in the face. How did we go from Baywatch to this? Like, I'm not. Okay.
So, let me just let you know how, once again, the Bestie contract is back on the table. Kendall Jenner did exactly what you just said when you said First Lady in the church, because that's where Black culture comes from, baby. When we were raised on a Sunday. Sunday's best. And let me tell you how Kendall, not only, I'm shocked that the designer was not John Paul Gaultier, because I thought that it was an archive. When I saw it, I thought it was an archive of an original John Paul Gaultier, and when he broke out in Paris and became a name. The waist, the stench of this suit, the classicness of this suit was absolutely that woman that needs nothing else. You just are tailored and you just show up. I loved every moment about Kendall. I thought Kendall was absolutely a minimalism beauty. It was something that didn't need extras. It was almost giving me what is the mother of Adam's family? Morticia. It was Morticia greatness. It was Morticia greatness. She just did not have to do too much. It was very classic. It was very tailored. It was very much like you said. It was the First Lady of the church. And as the Black culture, that's where we come from. Sunday's best, baby, was Sunday's best at its finest. Now, when we get to Pamela, is it
Pamela now?
It's Pamela.
It's Pamela now. Okay.
It's Pamela. The Tito's has kicked in. And Pamela is no longer Pamela. She's Pamela. Because what in the world? What in the...
She looks like a catastrophe mess.
Somebody, a friend, a family member, come here.
Gather.
She's sending signals. She's not okay. She's not okay. This whole no makeup, her and Alicia Keys, this no makeup, let it go. Let it go. Makeup was created for a reason. Women, we have a duty to be presentable. That's what last night was about. Last night was about being presentable, to be in spaces, to create spaces for yourself. Dandyism, to show up. Baby, somebody should escort her. Or not for this Met Gala.
And check her in.
Come back next year when the Met Gala is about the Caucasians. Because this one wasn't it. It was not it. The Black mama would have told you to go upstairs and put something on your face, baby. Put something on your face. On to the next. Pusha T at the Met Gala last night. I mean, like, what is Pusha T still doing that he could show up and slay a Met Gala this bad? And I haven't heard music from Pusha T in forever, but it doesn't even matter because the fashions showed up. Louis Vuitton owned the night, darling.
Yeah, he represented for the men so well because there were not, in my opinion, too many well-dressed men there, but he definitely showed up and showed out.
I mean, this suit was so meticulous. It was immaculate. It looked like a phoenix rising from the sun. I mean, the crystals and that deep, like, red. It was almost like you know me, I'm a deep thinker, I'm an earth sign, I'm a Taurus, so that's why I see looks deeper. I can see the story being told. And the story being told for me was another root moment. It was like the ashes to the sun. You know, it just was so good. It just was really good. It really exuded what black excellence is. And I love to see a black man really step into high fashion and not be afraid of it.
Yeah, he looked great.
Absolutely.
10s.
So, Savali, let's raise our glass to this next trio because we have Kylie Jenner and Ferragamo, Sierra Russell, and Laquan Smith, and of course, Rihanna, Riri, new pregnancy, and all the things, and Custom Marc Jacobs.
Custom Marc Jacobs. And you know, like you said, this is a trio because every last one of them hit the mark for me. Kylie Jenner was my favorite Kardashian. Well, I guess she's not really a Kardashian, she's a Jenner. But she was my favorite Jenner of the night. I mean, she, in my opinion, blew Kim and Kendall out the ballpark for me. Like, she looked amazing. That split, the dimensions in the dress, the hair pulled back, the gloves, like, and I know you love a good glove moment.
Yeah.
She looked amazing.
Okay, so let's talk about how Kylie Jenner stole the night for the family. I loved all three. I think they're all fashion, archival, great fashion girls. They really are. To be a hairstylist and to be well, knowledge in fashion, I really know that they get it. But she gets it. Like, this dress was so good.
It was
for it to be made out of a man tweed and to have that level of corseting in the middle and the proportions and the gloves with the overlay, the wraparound that she had that wrapped around her arms was absolutely next level. Whoever styled it knew style.
Absolutely.
For them to take that shawl and to wrap that shawl around her arms to really enhance the look was so great. And I feel like somebody that tried to pull this look off last night was Savannah. Savannah really tried and missed the mark because her corseting in that dress, I couldn't even put her on the list tonight, but I gotta still bring her up because it really made me upset. Like, Savannah,
it was very disappointing.
Savannah and that middle corset was just absolutely
it was wrong.
Go. And if she knew fashion, she would tell them the proportion is off. It just doesn't, it's just not right. And Kylie nailed it to perfection. And Cece and that Russell.
And that Russell, okay?
Let's talk about for them to have 4 children and to still be this sexy is out of this world.
Okay.
Both of them are sexy. Damn.
Both of them are sexy. Damn.
They are sex symbols. They are everything we want. She looked absolutely amazing. She looked like black culture at its finest. She looked demure, darling. She looked classic. She looked like she should be smoking a cigarette out of a brim. I just loved every single one. The short hair, the coloration of the hair. Whoever is laying the wigs is laying them,
baby.
Like, she looks so good. And Russell looks like the perfect eye candy.
They look like they're going to be working on Baby 5. Because, baby.
It needs to be Baby 5.
It needs to be Baby 5.
Yep, it needs to be Baby 5. And last but not least in this trio, with Rihanna, she will never be least. She will never be last. She will always be great. She will always be first. Because the way that Rihanna showed up, first of all, an American designer, okay, Marc Jacobs, and to give us an announcement of a pregnancy. Her man was on the board. It was very Rihanna style. It was the Pisces style. She owned the night.
She did. She looked so good. And I mean, obviously, we all knew she was pregnant. I mean, for about a month or 2. But she looked so good, y'all. Like, the baby bump was the perfect accessory for me. Like, Marc Jacobs, she slayed that. Like you said, A$AP Rocky was the chairman of the night. She looked amazing. She owned it. She ruled the carpet.
She looked like Harlem Nights. She looked like Janet Jackson, Pleasure Principal. She looked like Black excellence at its best. She looked like my granddaddy when he dressed up and he went to church on a Sunday or he went out to make a big deal. She reminded me of that old world Black culture that we just yearn for and we remember and we were raised up in. She just gave me everything that I wanted. It was masculine, it was feminine, it was androgynous, it was unique, it was top tier, it was luxury. It was luxury. It was a luxury suit. The textiles of the suit, I love that they made it traditional.
Yeah.
They stayed in the traditional world of what a Black man's suit is made of. The color palette, everything about it was just absolutely... So next we have Regina King in Murder Bravado. Lupita, because Kim got me together. Lupita, and Chanel, right. And Jodie Smith and Burberry.
This is a good trio right here. I love this lineup.
Yes,
because
it is.
It's a slay all day. Yes. Okay, every single last one of them looked amazing. Regina King Slade. I love that it was different. It was unique. It was eclectic. Again, bringing the modernism to the red carpet. I loved it. The hair, the intricate details on the suit, like this almost character in a sense.
So that's what I was going to say. Regina King gave me a Black Disney princess.
Yeah.
Her look told a story. The hair was whimsical and it was unique and it was just beautiful. The detailing of the suit was very much a storytelling and it was childlike to me. It was very much the roots of where we start to understand fashion and beauty and all the things that are great. And the cut and the tailoring of the suit was just immaculate level. It was just so beautiful. But this is where we're going to have to put our boxing gloves on for the next one because Lupita, whatever we want to call her. I'm trying to tell you right now that this Chanel number did not do it for me. The color
crazy about it.
Washed her out. That mint did nothing for her skin tone. There's nothing feminine about it. There's nothing exciting about it. There's nothing that tells me that she's giving me a dandy. She's giving me tailored Black culture besides the fact that she is in a suit. I mean, it's a suit. It's a Chanel suit, and it's nothing greater than the Chanel. But when I talk about just the aesthetics of enhancing her,
it did nothing for her. But see, was it meant to be feminine though? That's the thing. It is a suit.
So let's talk about it.
And it gave to me menswear. I mean, it gave menswear with the hint of feminism. That's where I feel like the mint came in.
Okay.
But I liked it. I really enjoyed this on her.
Well, she was a mint I want to put in my pocket and probably never eat. Next, we're going to go to Jodie. It was still. It was still. Next, we're gonna talk about this fashion slayer that Jodie shows up as.
Okay.
Every time.
Every single time?
Every time.
Oh, okay. Because it's every single time.
It's so much history and story behind it. It's so much of richness and just beauty and just immaculate vibe. It is really a moment of showing up and being the Black musician. She was a musician in that look. She was coming to steal. She was the thief of the night. She came to steal all the fashion joys, the fashion moves.
Yeah. She hit the mark. Yeah, for sure.
Hit the mark.
Long side?
It's a long side.
Oh.
Because this one is for one of the chairmen of the Met Gala 2025. Super fine. It is Coleman Domingo in 2 Valentino looks. And then Coco Chanel. Or should I say Coco Jones? Oh, Coco Chanel. Coco Jones. And Manish Malhotra.
Coleman disappointed me, and he's another one who's had a consistent slay. He had a long press run for Color Purple, all of the films that he's created, and he just hits the mark. He hits the mark. And then we got to the Met, and then what happened?
So can I be very transparent and
I want
honest
you to
with you
be.
savages? I feel like they're trying to do with him what they did with Billy Porter.
And
it's not working. It's not working.
Okay.
The cake was a mess to me. It gave royalty, but it just didn't give black royalty.
No, it did not.
It didn't give me what I wanted. I felt like the coloration was bad. I felt like the shield over it was ugly. It just was very frumpy and just ugly.
Yeah, I didn't.
And then the black and white suit, the black and white with the gray, it was that bad.
No, it was not.
I didn't hate it, but I still just didn't get that you were involved.
Absolutely.
That you were embodying a moment that you were so privileged to have on the board of a Met Gala.
I yearned for more.
I yearned for more, but I really did love the blazer. I really did love the suit. I just felt like maybe something was missing. Maybe the grooming was missing. Maybe it's the beard or something. Something's off there. It's something off there.
You can't put your finger on it.
And Miss Coco Jones, who I call Coco Chanel and Coco Jones, because she was so good.
She was so good. This is
so
the
good.
moment that we have been waiting for her, because you know Coco is going to show up. She's going to give you a sexy little number. She's going to kind of give you a dated number too. But she came and she did. You know what, Jay? I think that they're tuned in. I think the stylists are tuned in to Fashion Savages.
I really honestly think the more people are watching Fashion Savages than we think. Because it's so scary how I literally will say something. You can check the dates and then go and see when it all changes for the person.
Absolutely.
I told y'all she was dated. I told y'all that she was not showing up in the way that we needed her to show up. And baby, last night she showed the way up.
And out.
She was very on trend. She was very on theme. And it was very good to watch. It was just a moment of fashion bliss.
And shout
I loved it.
It's really good.
Covered it back. So I'm going to just say this. For this next rally of fashion, that we can say here at Fashion Savages that Jay Simon may tell you a joke, but I will never tell you a lie.
Not even one.
Okay. Because Tessa Thomas and Garong, Zoe Saldana and Tom Brown, and Angel Reese and Tom Brown. Now, before we get into this, first of all, we're going to get, well, I don't know what you feel, but we're going to get the ugly out the way. Can we get the ugly out the way?
Ooh,
I'll let you do
ugly?
Tessa. You do Tessa. You do Tessa.
I
You do
like Tessa.
You don't like it. Ain't no way you like it.
It's not like it.
It's giving penguin.
If I got a question, I don't like it.
It's giving penguin, darling.
If I got a question and I don't like it, that's just what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so we were at the Black Met Gala, super fine tailor, baby. This was giving me penguin.
Penguin tees.
This is giving me ulcer. It's giving me heartburn. Where's my policy at? I cannot take it. Okay, so the
we're
girls
on to
are
the
listening.
good now.
We're on to the good because the girls are listening. Because Zoe Saldana has been horrible on every red carpet this season. And she showed up for the Met Gala. She showed up when it mattered. She showed up for the culture.
That's right.
This moment, this Tom Brown was absolutely a detailed genius moment in fashion. When I tell you that this is the best Zoe Saldana fashion moment I have ever witnessed.
I can attest to that because she has had some epic fails, but this was so good.
When I tell you the decadent beading of the buttons down the front and the side. Do you remember being a little kid and going in your grandmother's closet for church?
Yes.
And going through her clothes and just was like,
dress
these
up.
buttons are so unique. To take the buttons and just make it this beautiful. For them to finally get the hair right, the bob, the cut, the smile. She felt good in that moment.
Yeah, you can tell. It
exuded that she had arrived. It was a moment that I've been waiting for her for a long time. So next we have Angel Reese. What are you feeling about Angel Reese, darling?
So when Law told Angel Reese, all you need to do is start putting some clothes on, baby, she took that advice and she has been running ever since.
Isn't she a track star?
No, baby, she's a WNBA star.
Well, it's all the same. They all run. They run up and down the court. Because y'all know here at Fashion Savage, Jay Simon knows nothing about sports, darling, but I know fashion very, very well. And baby, she's running. She's running. She's making hoops. She's making dunks. She's doing all the things. All the things with fashion. Because the body, the look is...
And she's such a gorgeous girl. And guess what? Another Tom Brown.
When I tell you Tom Brown team was working, Tom better pass out bonuses like never before, because I love to see it. It's American fashion at its finest. It looks like it came off of Paris runways.
Absolutely.
And this look for her was just so chic and dark and just sexy. And what a young girl should be. I mean, I've seen nothing masculine about this look. It was so feminine. It was so tailored. It was just genius. Chef's kiss. So Z, we're finally coming to an end. This is our last round of looks. And we will be remiss to have this amazing Met Gala show that is about the Black culture. And you don't give us an old school Black cultured vocal moment.
Always put on the spot.
Always put on the spot in Fashion Savages. Come on, you gotta give us something. Remind us why we're Black and why we're excellent.
Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby.
And this is why you need to understand that at Fashion Savages, we have nothing but the greatest, darling. That was so beautiful, Z, and it just exuded what we are as Black people. There's nothing wide enough. There's nothing strong enough. There's nothing that can keep us from getting to what we're trying to get to. And your voice just laid out.
And I truly, Jay, believe that. I will stand 10 toes down.
10.
When I say that we as a people, we as a collective, from the beginning of time, no matter the struggle, the adversity, the challenges that have been put in front of us, we've always persevered. We've always been the originators and the pioneers of this shit.
And that is why we're sitting here today. And that's what I'm fighting for. And that's why you have to, it's the Black youth, the Black culture, really pour into Fashion Savages. Tell us what y'all want to see, what y'all want to talk about, what y'all want to hear. I'm giving you an excellent platform for us to have a seat at this table. We do not have to be so low in numbers. We can be higher in numbers if we have higher support. And that is what we need. We need to support each other at this point. And I'm here to give you all things beauty, all things fashion, a good time, excitement. And I just need for you to come forward and let us know that we're here for all the right reasons.
Absolutely.
So let's move on to our last group of fashions. The Versace's have come off. My circulation in my feet was cutting off, darling, because these fashions have raised my blood pressure. So let's go on to the last round of fashions for the finale episode of Fashion Savages.
Let's do it.
So our last round and our finale and our farewell will be Chapel and Pauletta Zuel, Tyler and Zuquamez, Alicia Keys, and then her husband, Swiss Beats and Montclair, Anoki and Tom Brown, and Madonna
and Tom Ford.
Darling.
So where to begin? There's so much to digest here. I did not care for Chapel's look. That's just me personally. And I know she's the new up-and-coming pop star. She's the it girl. If you remember, what event was it where they were interviewing Babyface?
Yes.
And the interviewers got so distracted with her that Babyface was like, go do that. Go do that. You want to interview her?
Yes.
Go do that.
Yes.
I just didn't like it.
And Z, we are on the same page. I feel like Chapel normally is a fashion hit, but at this arena, and if this not this theme, it just is not hit. It gave me very Studio 54.
Absolutely.
And it was a very good suit, but it just was not the theme.
No.
And it just did not embody what our culture and what we bring to the table. It was just kind of really all over the place, and I just was very
So it was a fashion no bitch?
It was a fashion no bitch. Okay. All right. So next, how do you feel about Tyler, darling?
Tyler looked good. And you know what? She is she's something to watch out for.
Mm-hmm.
Tyla is something to watch out for. She might be the next it girl. She has been showing up and showing out lately. Last Met, if you remember, she gave us the almost like sand, almost earth. And she didn't disappoint this Met either. She looked really, really good. She carried.
Yes. And for me, Tyla really is giving me a new day Rihanna.
I could not agree with you more.
She hasn't fully slided
not all the way.
Her mark
not
of
all
what
the way.
she's here to do.
But she right there.
But with
she
the music and just the energy that she exudes, it gives me the early day Rihanna. And I want her style team to really come together and give us more of this.
Absolutely.
That dress was absolutely amazing. The cake was amazing. It was on trend. It was on theme. It really stole the show. She carried it very well. She was comfortable in it. It just was everything that we wanted. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if they really understand what she can do with style, they're going to take her
all
in
the
new
way
places in the beauty industry. Absolutely. Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats, darling.
Do I even need to?
I'm going to let you talk.
Alicia's too high. Okay, because she looks a catastrophe mess. She's another one. Like, was it Pamela? She's another one. Like Pamela. Put some makeup on, Alicia. Like, you're showing up. You're looking dazed. You're looking dated. You look a mess. Okay, let's just be real. That, to me...
So let's be very clear. I came out the Versace stacks for this last segment because my blood pressure was high. And I knew that I was just going to have a real moment. And I need my brain to be clear when I speak to you.
Crystal.
It's Beetlejuice gone wrong. They did not get the mark. Black people were supposed to get the mark last night. It was a Beetlejuice disaster. It was absolutely ugly. It was absolutely just trying to be something that it wasn't. It was too costumey. I hated the headpiece. It reminded me of Whitney Houston's wedding to Bobby Brown. This is how we knew that the marriage was not going to last. I just don't, the headpiece. Put this chandelier headpiece to rest. I cannot take it anymore. And done in red was absolutely a fashion faux pas.
All wrong.
I hated every single moment.
I'm Rick James.
And let's go on to Anoki and Tom Brown.
Something good. Something great, actually.
Because, baby, I would never leave you in bad news. I would always leave you in great.
Okay.
When I tell you this dress,
superb.
She tore the red carpet down. She is a supermodel that shows up and shows us what fashion is all about. The fact that Tom Brown created this dress out of an upside down tie and then laced the entire dress out of black crystals on that very blackety skin.
Radiance. That's what it was.
This was what the Met Gala 2025 was all about.
Absolutely.
It was tailoring super fine black style at its best. It was our culture. It was chef's kiss. It was tens across the board. It was tea. It was great. It was amazing. It literally kept me up all night. It literally made me put concealer on today. I just cannot really take away what this look did for the Met Gala last night on the red carpet.
Yeah.
It
was a dream.
It just literally needs to go down in the archive.
Absolutely.
It needs to be celebrated. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And last but not least, we are going to do Miss Madonna and her Tom Ford.
Madonna looked amazing. See, Madonna is the originator for a reason. She came onto the scene and baby, Madonna ate that look down.
So let's just talk about it. Madonna is invited to the cookout.
Yeah, she got to play.
Madonna is at the cookout.
She got to play.
Madonna from the beginning of time has pushed barriers for the black culture. She loves black people. Her children are black. Her men are black. Everybody's black. She want to be black. Baby, she's the white Janet Jackson. Madonna keeps slaying. She is a pop culture queen. She started so many trends and style, and I love that she showed up last night and she made sure that she let you know how much she loves black people because, baby, that Tom Ford ain't down. And it's the first time ever in history we've ever seen Madonna this refined.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
This simplistic and tailored, and it just worked for her. It worked for her age. It just worked for her look. And it just was so great.
It was amazing. Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you what else is great. This ride we have had at Fashion Savages. This is the finale episode of our second season. And guys, we are growing. We have grown in numbers. We have grown in love and support. We have grown in where we are showing our platform. And I love you all so much. And I thank you all so much for all that you have been doing. We are coming back for a third season, and we're coming back locked, loaded, and ready at the top of award season 2026. And y'all better be ready for something great. Y'all need to tune in. Y'all need to support. Y'all need to comment. You need to share. You need to subscribe. You need to be a part of this journey, guys. I have literally built this platform off the back, the blood, sweat, and tears of my own. There was nothing given to me.
Mm-hmm.
I literally have done this on my own because I love us. I love you. I love me. And I know what we can do in numbers. And I know what we can do in fashion. And I know what we can do in beauty and style. And the reality is, don't ever give us a ceiling because we're going to break straight through it.
Every time.
Every time.
And one thing I want to say to you is, you are the friend that always gives those around you their flowers while they can still smell them.
Oh my God.
Baby, it's time for you to get your roses.
Yes.
Okay?
Oh
You have proven yourself at this point. Fashion Savages just continues to grow and grow and grow. I have seen you push through your fears and just straight towards your dream.
Yes.
You know, you show up, you give us a look, you give us a gag, you give us a moment, but you come with so much more. You come with just a wealth and an abundance of fashion knowledge and fashion history. And that is what the world needs right now.
I cannot.
I just see you going higher and higher and higher. Do not stop. Full force ahead, baby. Fashion Savages will be a household name. I'm manifesting right now in 2026. Fashion Savages will be a household name. Just imagine the doors that you will enter. Imagine the mouths that, you know, Fashion Savages will come out of. Baby, it's only from the top from here.
Oh my gosh, Savali, that was such an amazing way to close out the season. Yeah, don't sleep behind closed doors. It's hard to keep all of this going. But that just solidified why I'm here. It's about purpose. It's about our ancestors. It's about our greatness in this world and having our seat at the table. And if we don't have the seat at the table, we create the table.
Period.
And we love you here at Fashion Savages. So we will see you in season 3, greater, bigger, better, and blacker, baby.
Absolutely.
And cheers to
that.
And we're on.
Good night.